Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I have for game of two chess legend. White is Frank Marshall, a famous American chess player. Black is Jose Raul Capablanca, and up to me he is one of the strongest chess players of all times, and I believe that we could learn how to play chess from their games, and this game is nice and should help us to be better chess player. So let's start and let's enjoy it. Both players are playing maybe one of the most classical chess opening, and of course they are playing good looking moves. Short castle, rook c1 and c6. The biggest black problem here is his light squares bishop on c8. This bishop is locked behind black's pawn formation, and it's important to understand what to play. Yes, of course, just imagine that we know where is our worst placed piece and we need to give him a life. But firstly, it's good to speak about space. White has more space, and it's a good idea to remember what we know, how to play position where we don't have enough space. And of course, everybody knows that we have to exchange one or two or something. I mean, one or two pieces or something we have to exchange. So because of this plan, black is not hurried to play moves like b6 and c5, but he is going firstly to do something with space. So he took on c4, okay, and now he came in knight d5 because he's going for a position where he don't mind to have less space, and this is exactly the best way how to play this typical position. So white took on e7. Black is happy to take back this bishop by queen, and after short castle he took immediately on c3. So okay, space, it's not such a big problem, and now let's give a life to our bad bishop. So moves like b6 and c5 are absolutely the right moves, and that's exactly the right story how to play chess. It's important to find our worst place, and it's important to believe that if we are going to improve our worst placed piece, we are improving our position and we are improving ourselves. So moves like b6 and c5 are the best moves because we know what we are playing and why we are playing these moves. e4 happened, and yes, maybe too many arrows here, but I think that all make a simple or sense. Black is playing bishop to b7 and rook d8, c8, knight f6 and c5, and he will wait what white will play. So bishop b7 happened, rook e1 and rook d8. Yes, still black will follow his position setup. Knight f6, c5 and rook c8, and because white it's not interesting to see this setup, he's going immediately for move d5. He's going to lose square c5, but this is not such an important square right now. It's a beautiful square, but white is going immediately for position where he will be one pawn up. But of course black know it. Black know it that he will lose a pawn. Now maybe it's hard to imagine where, but I will tell you yes that black will lose a pawn, but he's absolutely sure, and he's right, that he will have a good counterplay, and maybe even this small material defect, he will stay with good chances to play for win. So it's good a lesson how to correctly evaluate a position. Knight c5 happened, of course, no different if knight f8, because we will follow the same variation. Knight c5 happened, and now white is immediately going for this position. So he took on c6, he took one more time, and maybe this is a risky position. Why? Because just watch this position, and I hope that you agree with me that black's light squares bishop in the open position should be stronger than knight. Right, rook on d8, if has a chance to go to d2, it's a nearly a winning rook, and black is absolutely okay because only one move to play, c5, and he's happy. But knight d4 happened, and c6 pawn is a bad pawn, is a weakness, and black knows that he will lose this pawn. It's a mistake to take immediately on a2 pawn because of move rook e1, and black is lost because he is losing his queen, so that's a mistake. But why not to go to e5 and to go for endgame? Yes, it's funny to tell you that black is aiming for endgame, even he will be pawn down, but that's exactly what I mean counterplay. What I mean the right position evaluation. Yes, it's hard to believe that black has a right. Black is right, but that's exactly the best way how to be better chess player. That's exactly the best way how to improve our chess, to study games of chess masters. And okay, white took on c6, this exchange, and rook d2. And now let's speak about this position. Do you think that white is winning? Because white is one pawn up and still he is not winning. Why? Because this bishop, it's strong. This rook is nearly the winning rook because this rook is on d2, and I don't know how white will improve his position while black will improve his position. So rook b1 and rook e8, e5, and now is a threat to play move f4. Nice move is following, and black is playing move g5, and he's going to stop move f4. This is a typical move, and maybe it's a good idea to remember this motif. So g5 happened, h4, and this is maybe a mistake. You know, white has to defend b2 pawn. White has to defend knight on c6, and of course, somehow at the end, white has to defend e5 pawn. So white is in defense. And defense is a difficult chess technique, and even Frank Marshall, famous for his attacking chess games, has difficulties to handle this position. And you know, deep and deep and deep in defense mean that you are not active, you are passive, and you are not playing for win. So okay, even now black took on h4, and he believed that yes, he's nearly winning because he got the plan. He will play one day h3, and of course rook e6 and rook g6, and just watch this bishop. And I hope that you remember that this bishop used to be one of the worst black piece, and now it's a nearly winning piece. And another good idea to learn from this position: in open position, a bishop is a much more stronger than a knight. And I hope that you agree that black is right. I absolutely prefer a black position than a white position, and I'm happy to follow this game. So rook e1 happened, and rook e6. Of course, black is not interesting to take the pawn. He doesn't care about pawns. He cared about the position, and he play for activity, still for counterplay. And you know, you are going to watch this position. Three black pieces are much more stronger than white's three pieces. So maybe rook c1 and king g7, b4, and because of threat b5, now black is playing move b5, a3, and rook g6. Everything happened nearly immediately, and I think that white's position is terrible to play. You know, it's hard to be in such a hard defense, and maybe strong player against a weaker one should hold this position, but black is one of the strongest chess player of our time. So now rook a2, and it's a nice position because nearly every move, every white move is going to lose something. So maybe white is without any good moves and good ideas. So he's coming back. Now h3, g3, and a6. Again, black is waiting for white moves, and it's not an easy job to find one of them. So e6 happened. Okay, thank you very much for a pawn, and g4. Okay, and now For example, variation knight d8. What do you think about this move? Nothing special. Check, I check, and of course at the end a beautiful checkmate. That's exactly what I mean if you have better pieces than your opponent, and bishop in open position against knight, two beautiful active black rooks, and at the end a checkmate. That was only variation, and I hope that the moves are nice. G4, rook h6 and f3. So I hope that you are enjoying this game. I hope that you are enjoying this video. And at the end, thank you very much for every likes and follows, because your follows and likes are going to help me to promote our YouTube chess channel and of course to welcome more and more fans. So now we are watching the last 2 or 3 moves of this game, and I believe that you enjoyed. I believe that you saw something, at least how to play against space, how to find the worst placed piece, and how to be better chess player, because right now white resign and I'm at the end of this game. We saw nice game. Frank Marshall and Jose Raul Capablanca played in New York in 1918, and I hope that now we are better chess players. So one more time and for last time, thank you very much for every likes and follows, and I hope that I will see you soon in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you, see you soon, bye bye.